Going on, everybody? We're back for another episode of the Cleveland State Vikings Lacrosse Dynasty. This week we are going to be taking on the Cornell Big Red, who in real life have a very strong program, but in this game, or this season rather, they have lost all 7 of their games so far. So they're very far down the rankings. I think we're around 18 or something like that, and they're more like 59, I believe. So the game is in Cornell. So we got a road contest, which is always challenging, but the records would suggest this is not going to be one of our tougher games.
I'm Eamon McEnany. Hello and welcome. Looks like the stands are filling up here at the Cathedral. Couldn't ask for better weather than this.
You just never know, though. I mean, that game I played earlier in the season against Mercer, they were not highly rated either, and we ended up having a pretty competitive contest with those guys. So we will come ready to play in this one. I want to try some of these different sets. Maybe the 1-4-1. We haven't quite found a favorite set yet.
Let's one fly.
On that time, I just bring it in with the long stick. Ratliff gets us started. What a shot. Cornell defense just all out of sorts in the early going. Let's just take one more look at it. Great way to start off this one.
Set and ready for the restart. It's 1-0 for the away team.
1-0 Vikings.
4 wins it for the away team.
Tandor takes it again. Here's Jackson Braswell.
Braswell powers through.
Doing some dodging.
Right.
The dump off to McIlvain.
McIlvain
Finds space.
puts it wide.
Puts it wide.
Braswell. The ball goes to the ground. The away team.
Nobody could seem to find the ball in that situation. Braswell will back it out. Dumps off to Wagoner.
23. What a rip.
Gets it to Yarmick, who tight ropes the circle and gets a great goal there. It almost looked like he did step on the line, and maybe the referees just missed it. So take one last look at it. Oh, nope. Very good job of avoiding a crease violation there. Great start for the Vikings.
Ithaca have some work to do at the X.
Which these games like this, where you're favored and you anticipate it being not a super difficult game, you want to get a nice lead early on, just to kind of erase any doubt in the other team's mind of who might take this game. D. Leathers tries to get the ball back to no avail. Here's Julio Canopy bringing it down for Cornell over to Noah Bosky. He's kept at arm's length by the long stick there. Oh, and Cornell hits the post and gets the goal. Price couldn't do much on defense there. So they'll cut our lead down to just 1.
These guys can take a beating. They're the heart of the team.
Sandor wins the faceoff. Up to Ackerson. A lot of traffic in front of the net, so D. Leathers will swing it around the right side. Swims. Can't find anything. Up to Wagoner.
23.
Here's Yormick. Looked like he took a shot in the back there, and the referees do call it. Cleveland State with a nice 6-on-5 opportunity now.
Expecting a slide here. With the chance.
D. Leathers just throws a crazy shot. We'll keep the possession. Braswell had some space. The penalty is already over. Oh, we just missed the pass there, and it goes back to Cornell.
And they lose possession. Scarlet's ball. 95.
Oh, and they find the net on the other side this time. caught our defense out of position. And it's all even now, 2 apiece.
Here at the Cathedral.
Here in Ithaca, New York, the home of Cornell University.
Yet again. He is playing well.
Matt Neufeld bringing it in. He finds space to dump off to D. Leathers, and that worked perfectly.
Takes the lead.
As Neufeld drew the double team, which really just opened things up for D. Leathers to just come over and head pretty much unguarded.
Back to the face-off X again for
It is 3-2 Vikings now after that one. Sandor wins it up to Anthony Estamera. Stephen Riley, a slow motion dodge, gets the ball knocked out of his stick. And that will get turned over back to Cornell.
94. 57.
Oh, we're just powerless to stop their shots from the side. So they get another one. There's only so much that I can do on defense as an individual defender, as they were able to work the ball away from me there. Sandor continues winning these face-offs, and Ratliff comes up with the ground ball. Here's Anthony Estamera, looking for space. Over to Leathers, over to Ackerson. I think the shot bounced off the defender there. Try not to give up another easy goal. Cornell throws a shot from super deep. I've noticed, at least on the All-American difficulty, the computer is not afraid to try long bomb shots in this game. So we get it to Yormick. Off the side of the post.
So close. Knocked loose, and they get it back.
Having some close calls early here.
95 has time. Nicely recovered.
Cornell hit the post as well, and then they come right back and get the goal.
Ithaca hits the lead.
And they actually take the lead on that.
If you have a good face-off,
so this is kind of one of those games that you got to make sure that you come to play for, because especially after last week's game, it was so exciting as we took down number 3 Michigan, the biggest victory of the season for us. And this one is kind of a game you have to make sure that you're staying mentally focused for.
Knocked loose. The away team recover, and
so you don't give it up to a team that you really probably should not lose to. Anthony Estamera brings it down the right side. Dump off to Norman Butler. Gives it back to Estamera. Swinging towards the middle, finding space. Oh, great shot, Estamera there. As he's able to just sprint by the defense and find the top of the post.
Lacrosse is a game of
and it is all tied at 4 now. Cleveland State find themselves in a dogfight with the Big Red.
Nice win on the face-off.
Sandor wins it. Swims over. Here to D. Leathers. Going down the middle. Found some room and is able to bounce the shot. I think it bounced off the ground and then the goalie.
5 now for the away team.
Now off the goalie's left foot and dribbled in. So D. Leathers gets, I believe, his second of the game.
It's 5-4.
And the Vikings take a 1-goal advantage. 23 seconds left in the quarter, so maybe time for one last opportunity as Sandor wins the faceoff yet again. Comes McIlvain. Goes right down the middle. The ball sails to the left. Here's Cade Ferris. Cleveland State running out of time. Brandon Price lets it go a bomb, and he hits it with just 3 seconds left in the quarter. That is a big goal for the Vikings, as he just expertly works it to the side of the goalie. 3 seconds. I don't know that either team is going to really have time for a good opportunity now. Sandor wins it. 1 second. We'll just let it fly. So that was kind of a crazy first quarter. The teams combined for 10 total goals. Vikings did get a few late there to take the advantage back. But if this continues, this is going to be a super high scoring contest. If it's anything like the other games I've played this season, a lot of them tend to start off high scoring and then kind of tighten up as the game continues. Cornell puts it wide there. First shot of the second quarter. And they will throw it away. Here comes Estamura dodging away. He was just getting hit. Oh, thought I had an opportunity at the right side of the net there, but not quite able to get it on the cage. The ball gets knocked around, and Yormik is able to come away with it. Working it over to Reed Wagoner. There's just all kinds of traffic in front of the net, and that shot doesn't even get to the goalie. Oh, another post hit for the Big Red. This game really feels like it could be evened up right now. Just as I say that, Cornell scores quickly. It's been a super back and forth, high-scoring game, which I was not really anticipating coming into this.
Face-offs are an all-out battle for possession. Who will come up with it?
And Sandor takes the face-off. And here's D. Leathers coming down the middle. We'll kick out to Estamura. We'll side it up. Here to Harrison Braswell. Couldn't tell if the ball bounced off the goalie or what there. But in any case, it doesn't go in. Cornell will try and even it up now.
Has the ball. 57 gets off the shot. Too high though.
The ball goes super high in the air, and Cornell's able to get it back. Oh, we're able to tip it out.
Nice recovery.
Oh, and somehow we don't get it back. Cornell just unleashes the absolute bomb of a shot. Does not come anywhere close to the net, however. And again, they just let it fly. Here's Koopman, well out of the net. Clears it to Estamura. And Cleveland State just tosses it away. Sloppy passing from the Vikings there.
94 wants it. The ball goes to the ground.
I think we were able to tip their stick as they did that. Not sure why we didn't get the possession there.
Puts it wide.
As if it was tossed away, it should have been Vikings ball. They may have counted it as a shot, I guess.
Brings the heat.
Koopman holds up.
They've been giving this man a rough run of it today.
They'll clear it up to Scott Ratliff. Oh, we just missed the pass again.
Puts it to the ground.
Didn't really think that that was too unreasonable of a pass to throw, but we're not able to convert on it. So apparently it was, and Cornell makes us pay, coming right back and getting a quick goal. It was pretty far away, so you'd like to think that Koopman could have stopped that one, but he's not going to stop every shot. So we'll go to work with the score all even at 6 now. Here's Estamura dodging, trying to make an individual effort. Leathers down the middle, uncorks it, and it's just a little too wild. Here's Leathers in front again. Dodging around, he's able to get another shot, but can't find the cage. And that time, too many defenders in front of the net. So Cornell gets the ball back, and we'll be looking for the lead now.
Steps in to shoot.
Koopman makes a nice save. So only going to try and throw safe passes now. We've had one too many turnovers, and just like that, I turned it over in a different manner, going off sides.
Here's a take, puts it wide. Scarlet's ball.
We're able to stop him, and Dwayne Pickett comes away with it. We'll kick it back to Koopman as we look for the clear. Up to Scott Ratliff. He clears it up to Brandon Price. We'll bring it into the offensive zone. Down the middle. Dodge to the left. Throws it wide. I was afraid that Cornell might have been closer to it there, but they give the ball to us. As we hit the post, there have been a lot of post shots in this game. Almost enough for a full game. It's not even halftime yet. So we're throwing checks in the midfield, just trying not to do anything we can to make things a little easier on our defense. As I once again overstepped the line. It's a sloppy play for the Vikings.
Receives the pass. Green ball.
Not sure what happened there as Cornell turns it back. There's just a minute left in the half now. What's just kind of been like a raggedy game for both teams so far. Estamura is all covered. Defense is all over him. Here's Cleveland State bringing it into the zone. 46 seconds on the ball, just gets tipped from our stick.
Harassed. Can't get it away and loses control of the ball.
Long stick will come out.
Looks to bury.
And that was dangerous as he kind of left the right side of the net unguarded.
Lets one fly.
Pretty decent shot from Cornell there, but Cleveland State's able to stop them. And maybe have time for one last opportunity here. We're able to clear it. Scott Ratliff bringing the ball in. Over to Cade Ferris. Finds his space. And he finally breaks the tie. Excellent opportunity for Ferris as he just split the defense. Found the back of the net. And it was just 15 seconds left before halftime. Cleveland State gets their lead back. Sandor takes the face-off. Vikings got to work quickly now. Possibly time for 2 shots. Well, there's the first one. I couldn't find the pass that I was looking for in that situation, so I ended up having to take a deep shot. And unsurprisingly, Cornell stops it. So that was the first half, guys. It's been pretty sloppy, I would say, for the Vikings, as well as Cornell. But the way the rankings are at the moment, this half definitely feels like a moral victory for the Big Red. As you can see, we've been doing a good job with the ground balls and the face-off wins and time of possession as usual. Those are usually our strong suits. Maybe just doing a little better job of hanging onto the ball and hopefully play a little bit better in the second half.
Starting again here at the face-off between
as this would be pretty big upset if we aren't able to win this one, considering Cornell has lost every game so far this season. But just goes to show, I mean, any team in NCAA can beat any other team. As we take a shot in the back. I think that was evidence this season when Albany was ranked #1 and ended up actually losing to UMBC. I think D. Leathers was able to pot it there, and that will give him a hat trick. And we're not going to get a instant replay of the goal, it seems like, but that was D. Leathers' 3rd goal of the game on the penalty. So we are able to make Cornell pay for the shot in the back, and we're able to hit their stick there and get the ball. It's a pretty good start to the half for the Vikings. Scott Ratliff. Well, the net was uncovered there, but Ratliff's not able to put it on cage, so we missed that opportunity. Not sure what happened.
He shoots. Knocked loose.
Yormick comes away with it, and the goalie is just couldn't find the ball, I think. He was just facing the opposite direction.
That's number 2 for him now. Important face-off again between 6 and 4.
And Cleveland State now has taken a 3-goal lead. Pretty easy save for Koopman there. It was right at him. And here's Wagner getting into space. He'll lob it up to D. Leathers.
With the shot, flies over the top.
Well, once again, the goalie is out of the net. And once again, we're not able to put it on the cage.
overstepping.
I'm not quite sure what's going on with the Cornell defense. It's been pretty crazy.
With time and room, winds
As
up
we
with that
again
shot.
have an open
The
net, we're
shot
not
is
able to
off
convert on
target.
it. Oh, D-Leather's just getting laid
Red
out
ball.
there before he was able to get the pass away. So Cornell will get the ball back.
Blue.
It's definitely been one of the crazier games so far that I've played, in just terms of wacky things happening and
94.
balls hitting the posts, like
Blue has a look. The
goalies
away team
being
come up with the
super out of
possession.
position. I mean,
Chance for them now.
it's been a weird game. I'll definitely say that. We'll try and settle it down. D. Leathers looks for his 4th goal of the game, and he gets it. That's been the one constant so far in this game, is that Leathers has been able to have some really good success. As he gets the ball, I believe it was through the goalie's legs there.
Back to
And
the
Cleveland State
faceoff
now
once
is
again
taking
for
pretty
another
good control of
big
the game
possession.
with a 4-goal lead, with about 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
4 wins it for the away team.
Here's Sandor up to Harrison Braswell. He'll go in.
With a possible
Attempted to
reprieve
just
here,
put
the
it
pass
in
goes wide.
Brandon Price's
Price
stick, but they
manages
messed
to
up on the
recover.
execution.
Keeps going.
Price will do a double dodge, taking some shots on the back, and he'll retreat.
Braswell
Here's Braswell.
steps in and shoots.
Back to Price, who
Knocked
just kind of
loose.
shoveled it at the goalie. We're not able to convert.
Safeman.
So the ball will go back the other way as Cornell's able to get the clear. Here's Felix Rooney bringing it in.
Rooney and gets the
As I just
goal.
flailed my stick in front of him, couldn't do much to stop him. He was had one thought in mind that time, and it was, I'm taking this myself. Perhaps getting frustrated with Cornell offense's
Faceoffs
lack
are
of
essentially a ground
success so
ball.
far.
It's all about heart.
Sometimes as a long stick, you just gotta put your head down and
Cinches it, and the away team
make your own
goes straight on
opportunity.
attack.
So here comes Matt Neufeld getting it into Yormick.
With the shot.
Hesitated for a
Goes wide.
second, then shot it, but he's not able to find it. Any net on that one.
And he shoots.
Get it to Yormick again, who sends the shot over the top of the net.
McElvain.
Cornell defense really playing tight now. McElvain loses his defender. Again to
Goes for
Yormick,
the shot.
off the
Puts
side of
it
the net.
wide.
and Braswell will bring it around the other side. Bow it into Cade Ferris.
6 shoots. Knocked loose.
Had what I thought was a
And they get it
pretty
back.
good chance to
Saved
the
by
net there,
goal. Ithaca get a chance now.
but was not to be. Oh, as
And score.
Baron Mickelmain just lays out the Big Red player, and Cleveland State bringing it down.
Takes the shot. Shot goes over the
We got a
goal
lot of good looks today, and a lot of our shots are just soaring wide.
Braswell has the ball. Goal.
That time Braswell was able to
That's why
convert
they
on
call it
the
execution.
short shot. It sort of feels like this game could be, the lead could be a lot bigger than it is for us, but we've just had struggled with our shots today, like putting them on the cage. But Braswell was able to convert that time. And Cleveland State takes an 11-7
Set and
lead
ready
after
for the
that.
restart. It's
So all things
11-7
considered,
for the
you know,
away
I'm
team.
happy that we do have a 4-goal lead at the stage of the game.
4 wins it for the
We've definitely
away
not
team.
played our best game of the season. I think that's been pretty apparent. But it's hard to be too disappointed when you're up by more than 3 goals.
Sees space. Shoots.
Brandon
Ball
Price
goes
found
to the
space,
ground.
and he fought for the ball on the ground, but unable to get it away from the Big Red goalie.
Transition opportunity for them now. Varvaro.
Cornell was able to clear it.
Doing a reasonable job too.
I was looking for a long stick charge at the net again, which it looked like he wanted to do, but our defense was in a little better position that time. So there wasn't quite as much space in front of the net for him.
And sends it loose.
And we're able to
They
get the
lose
turnover as
possession.
Leonard
Ball's
McElliott
turned
comes away with
over.
it.
Transition
Just a minute
opportunity
left in the half
for
now
Ithaca.
as Cleveland State looks for the clear. Gets it up to Estamura, closely guarded. He's able to get the clear. And we'll just try and look for one more solid opportunity before the end of the half.
Leathers.
D. Leathers
has
found
time.
space, and he gets it off the side of the net.
Off the pipe.
Braswell was able to chase it down before it goes out of bounds. 38 seconds
Braswell
left in the half
testing his
now. We got to
matchup.
get it off.
Possession up for grabs. Not a good pass there.
Oh, I overran the ball there, but Trip Smith's able to come away with it. So everybody's getting touches for the Vikings. They're all over Braswell.
Knocked loose.
It looked like a shot on the back. We don't get it called, but we do get the ball back. Oh, and D. Leathers' pass gets intercepted there. 12 seconds left, so Cleveland State will just try and slow the ball down. Avoid giving up really a easy opportunity for the Big Red here. 4 seconds left. 2 seconds. Cornell throwing around the outside, and our defender is able to get in the way of that last shot.
Earlier in the game for Ithaca, but they're starting to look tired, and their rivals have managed
Ithaca
to
is
use that
Cornell,
to their advantage here. At the Cathedral,
as it's in Ithaca, New York.
They are well positioned to
So we
take
do
the
have,
game
as the
into
announcer
the
just
final
said,
quarter. It's 11-7.
we do have a decent lead.
Eyes on
We just
the
have to
X
hold
now
on
for
to
the
it here and just try and play a little more consistently than we were earlier in the game.
Underway here now. Green ball.
We'll just kind of slow it down, try and make safe passes, safe shots. The ball gets tipped as it's shot there, but Sandor is able to come away with it. Over to Estamura.
Knocked loose. Nice.
Sandor not able to catch the pass, but he does get the ball back.
Shoots.
So they find it in front. That looked like that was in
We'll get a chance now.
to me, but apparently hits the post and comes just out of the net. So that felt like our 12th goal, but we don't get credit for it. As Cleveland State looks to get the ball back.
And they get it back.
Cornell continuing their sloppy play, and they give it right back to us. We come charging in.
Drops the hammer.
Ackerson with a quick pass.
Referee not happy at all.
Looked like Yormick was just a little overeager there and
Just
steps
taking
into the
things a
crease.
little too far on that occasion.
We have just had so many balls today that have ricocheted off posts or defenders. I mean, it's been pretty crazy.
Allegria receives the ball.
Definitely feels like we could have a lot more goals than we do, but not much you can do about it. Just got to keep play through it.
Bosky.
And that time we're not able to keep Cornell from getting the ball to the guy in the front. And that's the goal for them. So it's, cuts our lead down to just 3. Because we can't blame Koopman too much for that. We kind of left him out to dry there.
4. Watch them scrap, even if they don't win the initial draw.
Dor wins the face-off, and these are going to be huge down the stretch as we try and protect our lead.
Pass goes wide of the mark.
As the pass just goes sailing, so another sloppy play for the Vikings.
94. Ball's in.
I cheat in. Oh, and we were able to actually hit him as he shot that, and it still wasn't enough to stop him from scoring. Great effort by 94 on Cornell there. He's getting bumped, and he still makes the shot. So really tough shot there.
It's 11-9.
And Cornell's cut our lead to just 2. So this one feels like it's coming down, and they win the face-off as well. As we try and stem this Big Red tide coming out in the 4th here.
Gets off the shot.
They uncork a deep shot. And we're able to stop it. So we really need to get another goal.
23.
Yormick dodged the space. Turns it over, but D. Leathers comes away with it. There's space in front of the net. Yormick works it to Braswell, and that was just great passing, great teamwork from the Vikings attack there. So they just worked it down to the open man. And he just has a really easy shot there. One more time. D. Leathers to Yormick to Braswell. That's the ball movement that I want to see. And that's when our offense really clicks, when we're able to move it like that. Sandor comes away with the face-off. Gets it up to Brandon Price. Throws the pass off the back of Felix Rooney. The defense was out of position there. It was probably my fault, actually, for bringing the long stick too far out.
Allegria
Cornell looks for a Hail Mary of a shot. It does not go, and Neufeld brings it down into the offensive zone. Bump off to Yormik, as they are throwing double teams at us. So we really need to start looking for passes. I was looking for it there, I just wasn't able to get it away. He is just not going to be giving them any easy looks right down the middle. So we'll try and force them to outside. I mean, that's a shot right there that we can live with them taking. Trip Smith up to Jackson Braswell. Down to Cade Ferris. And he'll just run a little bit of clock here. Set it up in the corner. As he runs away from the defender. He's able to get past him. And he finds Braswell, who once again finds open net. Just a really nice pass from Cade Ferris there. I mean, that's the guy that you want to get it to, as they were starting to double team. Pretty much their whole defense slid over towards Ferris, and were able to rotate it to Braswell, who just had a wide open look at it. So gives us a 4-goal lead now with about a minute and a half left in the game. Oh, and they come right back and get the goal that we scored right back. Nobody was able to really slow the ball down there, and they get the goal right in front of the net. So it is a 3-goal game with a minute 24 left. We got to make sure that we finish this out strong. As Anthony Estamera comes away with it. They're bringing another double team. We get it to Neufeld in front, who tries to get another long stick goal. Because really, they're going to have to start throwing double teams at us. I'm going to stay aggressive. Just because if they are double teaming, there is an open shot to be had somewhere. As the double team comes yet again. Behind Stephen Riley. It's a triple team now. Yormik looks for the shot, and his goes wide. Here's McElvain as they bring the double team. He loses both defenders. A wide open Yormik, and he's able to get it in the back of the net that time. Cornell is getting desperate at this point. I mean, it would have already been tough for them to do it, even if they were able to get the ball back from us every time. But after that goal, really feels like we should be able to pull this one out now, regardless of what might happen this last 43 seconds. Here's Sandor, clears it to Mickelvain. We'll see if they'll bring the double team again. They do. Here in front to Yormik, and he lets a wild shot go. We find Braswell in front that time.
That was very fine work. That's his second today.
So we're just going to keep taking the opportunities as they come late in the game here. Try and extend this lead a little more.
These guys can take a beating. They're the heart of the team. The away team wins the face-off.
Sandor comes away with it. Gets it down to D. Leathers. And he finds yet another goal. So Cleveland State just pouring it on at the end of the game here. It's actually easier to kind of take shots and win face-offs and take quick shots when they're throwing double teams at you like this than it would be to just kind of run around with it. Because eventually you will run out of stamina, or it's easy to toss the ball away. So I pretty much just don't really slow it down at all, which would, in real lacrosse, that's actually probably the better strategy. Estamera to Yormik, one last shot. Goes wide, 2 seconds left. Now we should be able to just run it out. The Vikings will come away with the victory in this one. It wasn't pretty, you know. It didn't even necessarily feel like we should have beat them by 6 goals. But we did do enough to get the victory, so there's some good to be taken out of that. Take a quick look at the stats here. No surprise that D. Leathers comes away with player of the game, as he did get 5 goals. So big game for him today. You can see we did outshoot them. We did a better job of passing it in the second half for sure. So that was good to see. And face-offs, looks like we took 4 out of 5 face-offs, so that was pretty good as well. So despite some of the sloppy play, it was good to come away with the 6-goal victory ultimately over Cornell. And we'll look forward to next week, which we'll go see actually who is going to be coming up in the next game. It's almost certain that it's going to be a higher rated opponent than Cornell was, as they were pretty far down the rankings, having lost all of their games so far. Take a look at the calendar here. So the next game is actually going to be against the Princeton Tigers, who that is going to be a tough game. As you see that right now, they're ranked number 2 in the country, behind only Maryland, who I believe we also have on the schedule. Not until April, but so we are going to be having some big time games coming up down the stretch here. But next week's game against Princeton will be challenging to say the least. And let's see if it's at home. Oh, so it is another home game, so we'll have that working in our favor. We'll try and pull off another big upset like we did against the Wolverines in the previous contest. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and yeah, definitely check out the next one. We take on a big opponent in Princeton Tigers. Alright, guys. See ya.